connected to Krishna, but what is our present relationship with Krishna? Is it active relationship? Is it a passive relationship? This is what we need to work on. See, passive relationship is something which, we chant our 16 rounds, we get up in the morning, we read Bhagavatam, we go to our workspace, wherever we're supposed to go, we come back in the evening, do arti, take rest, sleep, eat, take prasad and go to rest. And then again next day morning we have the same routine, and the other next day morning we have the same routine and the same routine. Now this is our passive relation with Krishna. I mean, we are doing what we are supposed to do. But what is an active relationship with Krishna? When there is something happening in our bhakti. Something happening means when we are chanting, we are joyful and there's lots of gratitude, and sometimes there are tears, and sometimes there's something happening in our bhakti life. We talk to Krishna, there's some exchange, we pray. So is this all happening in our life? If it's not happening, that means we have a passive relationship with Krishna. If our bhakti is not very happening bhakti, right? We have a passive relation. Now, why is our relationship passive? And what should we do to make our passive relationship into an active relationship with Krishna? Now, to do that, we need to increase our faith on Krishna. Now, you may say, faith on Krishna? We have faith on Krishna. That is why we are all wearing kanti, took initiation, we are chanting, we are following. Definitely we have faith on Krishna. But the problem is, our definition of faith is very limited. We think faith means, I believe in Krishna, and that's faith. Okay, I know Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and that's faith. But that's not true. That's not true. The faith is actually made up of three things. The faith needs three ingredients. What are those three ingredients? Faith means you should have knowledge about Krishna. Now we'll say, well, we all have knowledge about Krishna. I mean, we all know Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, the faith doesn't stop there. See, even Zakir Naik also has knowledge about scriptures. A person who has PhD in Sanskrit also has knowledge about scriptures. But not necessarily he may be having faith. Like we also have knowledge. Ete chamsha kala pungsha krishnastu bhagwan. So we can go on. From Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, we can quote so many scriptures. But that is our knowledge about Krishna. Now, a little bit ahead of knowledge is something called belief. That means we have knowledge that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but do we believe it? So belief is a little higher than knowledge, where we say, yeah, I believe because it is written in this book, it is written in that book, and I heard from this Maharaj and this has happened. Now that is also very low level because it is knowledge plus belief, but it may not be trusting Krishna. See, knowledge you get by Shravanam. Belief you get by Mananam. You are continuously hearing so many classes, so you start believing, yeah, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. But after Shravanam and after Mananam, there has to be something called Nidhi Dhyanam, or there's something where you practically demonstrate your faith on Krishna, and that is when the faith gets complete, when you have knowledge, belief and trust. This is something like, I was hearing this very beautiful story of how one lady, her husband was suffering from leprosy. So some of the elders of the village said, if you go to Kasi and you take bath in Ganga, then your husband will be relieved from all the diseases. So she said, very well. So now her husband was suffering from leprosy. He was handicapped, so he couldn't walk. In those days, there were no vehicles. So she just carries her husband, and all the way they're on the way to Kasi. Now, in between, she gets tired. So she asks her neighbors, can you lift my husband so that, we can reach Kasi? And they said, how can we lift? He's having leprosy and it's contagious and we may also get the disease. And then she said, well, just now you said that if you dip inside Ganga on reaching Kasi, all the diseases will go away. So even if you get leprosy, we are all going to dip in Ganga, is it not? And we'll be getting relieved of the disease. And they were like, oh, that's all right. Okay, now you mind your own business. And they just left. So she was surprised that they just now said that if you dip in Ganga, the disease will be gone. But when the practical demonstration came where they were supposed to carry the leprosy infected person, then they said, no. That means here, there is no complete faith. There is knowledge. There is a belief that they go to Kasi, it may be cured, but they don't trust it. There is a difference there. See, trust is when you practically take an action which is based on your belief, with a belief or complete a faith that Krishna is our spiritual father and he will protect us. And when you start acting like that, then your faith is a complete faith.
Sab Krishna, Krishna, Krishna lage. Sab Krishna, Krishna, Krishna lage. Sab Krishna